Alright, what's up guys? It's Christian here. It's been about a week and a half since my last upload. That was when I finished my 30-day challenge. Yeah, I just took a little break. Just went to work, did some stuff in my free time that I've been meaning to do. And yeah, now I'm back to it. And today, what I wanted to do was I wanted to go through different push-ups. Wanted to go through push-up progressions, from easiest to hardest. I'm not gonna be able to do the hardest push-up progression because I am still working up to that, but just wanted to show some techniques, ways to get stronger in your push-ups, and yeah, the progression's up, so that people who don't know will be able to know where they're at and then how to get to the next step. So yeah, let's go. It's so difficult being tall and trying to record videos like sideways like this because I can never get my full body in frame. All right, so the first progression is just leaning push-ups, right? So lean against a surface, a wall. I have the bar right here. Just lean up against it, just push, right? The good thing about this, doing it on a barbell like this, right, is that you can adjust the height, right? And even on a wall, you can adjust where you put your hands. So I just lowered it, right? So right here. Those are a real progression towards doing push-ups. Next are kneeling push-ups, or as a lot of people know them, girl push-ups, all right? So right here, just have your feet down and your knees down. Oh. That right there is where most people tend to start off because nobody really thinks, oh, pushing against the wall is gonna help with push-ups, but it does, trust me. Next progression. All right, the next progression, you guessed it, regular push-ups. So arms shoulder width apart. At the top here, you want your shoulder, the top of your shoulder to be lined up with the tip of your fingers. So shoulder width apart, shoulders lined up with your fingertips. You want to push, you want to really protract your scapulas like this. So rather than being right here with your shoulders, you want to push them out. This right here is where you start. Tighten your core, keep your back straight. Make sure that your glutes are kind of flexed as well. Then go down and back up. Now that one, obviously, it's a lot harder for a lot more people. I'd say the average person couldn't do 10 push-ups like that. The average person. So even if you can just do one, just lower yourself down, control it down and then come back up. Just do one. If you do one of those every minute, on the minute, then you'll eventually get your muscles to, acclimated to that movement, and you'll be strong enough to do 10 of them. All right, next progression. Next up, elevated push-ups. All right, same thing. Hands shoulder width apart, feet up on the box. Protract those shoulders, those shoulder blades. Lean forward, down, up. And again, same thing. Every minute, on the minute. If you can do one, then you can build up to doing 10 by just repeating that exercise, 100 times in one day. If you can only do one at a time, do 20 sets of doing one every minute on the minute. Make sure it's perfect. That way, you'll have done 20 at the end of your exercise, and you'll have built that strength in your muscles to recognize the movement and actually get used to it and adapt to that movement. Next progression, the 90-degree push-up, okay? So hands Again, shoulder width apart. You want your hands to be slightly tilted outwards. Key to this is to have your back rounded a little bit, and as you come down, bring your hips down. So right here, your hands are at your hips now. So your hands are no longer lined up with your shoulders. You want your hands to be low down to your hips. So right here, boom. That one's tough. That one is tough. That one is really great for building that middle to upper chest strength because of the angle that it's coming in at, right? You think about it, all of your chest muscles are coming up and they're meeting in this general area, right? And the way that you work, which part of the chest you work is completely based on the angle at which your elbows come up. Now, if my hands are right here, right, and I'm coming right here, my elbows are coming straight back. That's how you know it's targeting that middle pec. When I'm hitting a dip, right, my elbow's going up and it's stretching that bottom pec. So that's how you know it's hitting that bottom pec when you flex it. When you do a handstand push-up or a pike push-up, it's coming down like this. You feel the stretch in your upper pec. That's how you know it's hitting your upper pec, right? With this, you're starting right here and you're coming back, like straight back, but also your shoulders are down. So you're hitting both, you feel the stretch in both your upper and middle pec. It's a great movement to build this mass up here. Next up is regular push-ups, but now on parallettes. The reason that these are different than regular push-ups on the floor is because of the depth that you can reach, right? So if I'm right here, the max depth I can reach is right here. My chest is on the floor. I can't go any further than that, right? It restricts the range of motion and restricts the range of contraction, right? So if I start my contraction right here, right, it's a lot different than if I'm starting it right here, way far back. So, hands on the parallettes. There we go, foot up on the box, just so it's not really inclined or anything. Down, see how far my chest is, see how far down my chest goes, and back up. Now again, the level of strength it takes to do those as opposed to regular push-ups on the floor, it's like this, but it's a noticeable strength. It takes a lot more strength to hit those than it does regular push-ups, even decline or incline push-ups, or even 90-degree push-ups. It involves a lot more chest and it involves a lot more core as well. All right, last progression that I'm probably gonna be able to show you guys. All right, so we're on the parallettes again, and you may have already guessed what it is. It's the 90-degree push-up on parallettes. All right, so you go lower at the angle that you would go. Yeah, that one hurts. That one really hurts. So yeah, that's the hardest progression I can show you guys. I'm still working my way up to be able to do those ones easier. The 90-degree press or push up on parallettes. I'm still trying to work those ones to get stronger in that. But The progression after that one would be full planche push-ups. Full planche / 90-degree push-ups where your feet are off the floor. All right, so I can't do those. I'm gonna show them on the screen right now. But basically, you know, you're leaned forward all the way so that your feet can come off of the floor. And then you're going down, you know, lowering yourself all the way down and coming all the way back up. You know, it's like the 90-degree push-up, right, that I showed you guys earlier, but your feet are off the floor. It adds that much more weight to your chest and your shoulders, and it's a great strength exercise. If you can do that, you are a very strong athlete. The progression after that is the 90-degree handstand press. All right, now these ones are insanely difficult, extremely difficult. If you can do this, you are way stronger than me. You know, like that is very impressive. Pretty much professional calisthenics athletes only can do this. If you've been doing this for years, if you've been doing calisthenics for years, you can probably do these. But yeah, it involves so much core, so much coordination, so much shoulders, chest, core, everything. It involves so much more energy exertion than anything else that I've shown you today. So yeah, guys, that's the push-up progression. Yeah, I just wanted to give some information on how to do push-ups and how to get, you know, how to get your push-ups strong, man. Now, I also wanted to share why I am such a big advocate for push-ups. Push-ups will change your physique. You can look up any video on YouTube, 100 days of just doing push-ups or something like that. Like, push-ups will change things, right? Whether you've been benching 400 pounds, you know, or if you're just getting into lifting, push-ups will help, especially with your physique. The reason that I love push-ups so much is because of what they did for me, right? So I'm gonna show you guys a picture of me. I think it was 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, I was just lifting weights, no push-ups, no pull-ups, nothing. I was just lifting weights. That's it, right? And then this is also a picture of me 1 year ago. No, not even 1 year ago. Like 10 months ago, right? Almost a year ago. This is a picture of me 10 months ago. Again, no push-ups, no pull-ups. I was just about to get into calisthenics. This is what I looked like before I got into it, right? And then this is a picture of me now. It's a huge difference, right? Because I've been doing a lot more calisthenics, gaining hypertrophy through body weight movements, through push-ups, through pull-ups, you know, just doing a bunch of body weight movements, weighted body weight movements. So putting 30 pounds on my chest, you know, 30-pound weight vest, doing push-ups, 30-pound weight vest, doing pull-ups, that kind of stuff, right? And my physique has changed so much. Not only that, but I have actually, through body weight movements, I've been able to up the intensity because of the amount of core and abs that it involves to do these movements, right? So the movements that you do, push-ups, pull-ups, planks, all of that stuff, any body weight movement requires a lot more core than if you're laying down on a bench doing bench press. You know, if you're laying down on a leg press doing leg presses, right? If you're sitting down, you know, doing cable pulls, all of those require a lot less core than body weight movements, which is why a lot of people don't do them. You know, a lot of people think, oh, isolating the muscle, right? Isolate the muscle through, you know, cable pulls. You know, just isolate that, like gain hypertrophy by isolating, whatever. Sure, right? Sure, that works. That works for sure. But at the same time, think about all the calories that you aren't burning, all of the exertion that you aren't getting because of the amount of core that you're taking out of it, right? When you do pull-ups, you're breathing in and exhaling as you go up, and you have to keep that core tight, or else you're not going to be getting the optimal experience from pull-ups, right? Same thing with push-ups. If you don't keep your core tight, you're not going to be doing a good push-up. And the fact that it takes so much more core and that bumps up the amount of calories burned because of the intensity, just that fact helped me burn a lot of fat. A lot of fat. You guys saw the pictures I just showed you. I'll show them side by side right now. But that helped me burn so much fat. I was maybe 250, right? 250. The picture, you know, my current physique, I'm 215. 215. So that's what, 35 pounds? And my strength hasn't really gone down. That's how I know I haven't really lost muscle either. Because because my strength throughout all of my lifts, I still, you know, I still do a hybrid of both. I still lift weights, and my strength in my weightlifting has not gone down. It's stayed the same. And that's how I know that the amount of lean muscle that I had has stayed, and it either remained the same or it's gotten stronger. I've never gotten weaker at any movement since I started calisthenics and started losing weight. That's why I love calisthenics so much. That's why I push for push-ups, right? Because you guys saw I didn't have a chest. My chest was absent. Nothing popping out right here, It was just all right here. This was where my chest was. That's where it was popping out, right here. Nothing popping out right here, right here. My chest didn't look full. It looked wide, but it didn't look full. And when I went like this, right, it definitely looked, it did not look good because, I still had the fat right here, and that was popping out more than anything, And calisthenics has actually helped me so much with just looking better. 10 months ago, I started off only being able to do like 10 push-ups, right? I was benching 225 for reps, but I could barely do 10 push-ups with perfect form. So I was strong, but I wasn't actually strong. So that's why I don't really like to bench anymore, whether it's barbell or dumbbell. For chest workouts, I try to only do body weight movements, push-ups, pike push-ups, going into a handstand, lowering myself down, that kind of stuff, to build that upper body strength because of what it's done for my physique. And also I have other goals as far as strength that I want to get to, but push-ups have helped my physique tremendously. But yeah, so that's my breakdown of, push-up progressions. If I missed out on anything, just let me know in the comments. Obviously I don't know everything. Those are the progressions that I was taught and the ones that I use. And like I said before, every minute on the minute. That's how I learned. That's how I grew my strength. Every minute on the minute. Do as many as you can perfectly. If you can do 5 sloppy ones, but you can also do 3 perfect ones, do 3 perfect ones. Don't focus on reps, focus on perfection. So yeah, like I said, if I missed anything, comment down below. If you have any questions, comment down below. I am very interactive with my audience. Obviously I don't have a huge audience, so I'm very interactive. I will answer your questions if you give me some. Aside from that, hopefully you guys learned something while watching this. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Would really help me out a lot. I have a lot of big goals, a lot of big dreams that I'm trying to accomplish, and you subscribing and following along would actually really help. So thank you guys so much for watching. Also, comment if you want to see a certain instructional video. I don't have a whole lot of videos up, so if there's a certain type of content you want to see from me, then I will check it out. I'll look into doing it. Okay, well, until next video, love you guys. We'll see y'all later.